Hey everyone, Rick here from Port Zero Cyber Solutions. And today I put together a video that discusses business email compromise. So for length purposes, this video is mainly an overview of what it is, how it works, and what you can do to mitigate it from potentially happening to your business. So understanding business email compromise. In today's digital age, businesses face an ever-evolving landscape of cyber threats. One of the most deceptive and costly of these threats is business email compromise, or BEC. This sophisticated form of email fraud targets organizations of all sizes, exploiting trust and human error to achieve its goals. There are many other variables involved with BEC, such as money mules, aka middlemen, money laundering, and cryptocurrency. But in this segment, we're going to focus just on the basic framework. So the definition of BEC. So what is business email compromise? Business email compromise is a type of cybercrime where attackers use email to trick individuals within an organization into transferring funds, sharing sensitive information, or making unauthorized changes to payment details. Unlike other attacks that rely on, malware, BEC is rooted in social engineering, manipulating people into performing actions they believe are legitimate. Here's the National Institute of Standards and Technology, aka NIST, their definition. A scam that targets businesses by using social engineering or computer intrusion to compromise legitimate business email accounts and conduct unauthorized fund transfers or obtain personal information. So the growing threat. BEC is on the rise, with businesses losing billions of dollars each year to these attacks. In 2022 alone, BEC accounted for more financial losses than any other form of cybercrime. This is in accordance with the FBI's 2022 congressional report on BEC in real estate wire fraud. This alarming trend underscores the importance of understanding and defending against BEC. So how does it work? How exactly does business email compromise work? Let's break down the steps. So a typical BEC attack begins with reconnaissance. Attackers research the target company, gather information about key personnel, business processes, and email addresses. Armed with this information, they either spoof an email address or compromise an actual account within the organization. Once inside, the attacker uses social engineering to craft convincing emails. These emails often appear to come from a trusted source, like the CEO or maybe a business partner, and they convey a sense of urgency, pressuring the recipient to take immediate action, such as transferring funds or sharing sensitive information. If you've seen my spotting a fish video, you'll recognize a sense of urgency in this example. So types of BEC attacks. There are several common types of BEC attacks. One of the most prevalent is CEO fraud, where attackers impersonate a high-ranking executive and instruct an employee to wire money to a fraudulent account. Another variant is account compromise, where an attacker gains access to an email account, typically in finance, and uses it to request payments or change payment instructions. We also see attacks like supplier swindle, where the attacker impersonates a trusted vendor and requests changes to payment details. And attorney impersonation, where the attacker poses as a legal representative to pressure the victim into making a payment. So I'll give you real-world examples here. In one real-world example, a U.S. company fell victim to a BEC attack after receiving what appeared to be an email from their CEO, instructing the finance department to transfer $100,000 to a foreign account. Believing the request to be legitimate, the employee complied, only to later discover that the email was a sophisticated spoof. The funds were never recovered. This happens almost every day. If you'd like to read about one of the largest FBI BEC takedowns in history, I recommend reading about Operation WireWire, and I've attached a link to get you started. All right, so the impacts. The impact of a successful BEC attack can be devastating. Let's explore the consequences. First and foremost, BEC attacks lead to significant financial losses. The stolen funds can range from thousands to millions of dollars. Even if some or all of the funds are recovered, the process is often costly and time-consuming, involving legal fees and forensic investigations. In addition to financial losses, businesses may suffer reputational damage. Clients and partners may lose trust in the organization, especially if sensitive data is compromised or if financial transactions are delayed due to the attack. Depending on the nature of the attack, a company may also face legal and regulatory consequences. For example, if customer data is compromised, the company may be required to notify affected individuals and regulatory bodies, potentially leading to fines and legal action. Lastly, the psychological impact on employees cannot be overlooked. Those tricked into facilitating the attack may experience stress, guilt, and anxiety, affecting their morale and productivity. The incident can also strain internal relationships, especially if blame is assigned to individuals who are manipulated by the attackers. So some mitigation and protection strategies. Given the serious consequences of BEC, it's crucial to take proactive steps to protect your organization. Here's how you can mitigate the risk. Start with strong email security measures. Use advanced email filtering tools to detect and block phishing attempts and email spoofing. Be alert to misspelled domain names or URLs inside the email. Ensure the sender's address appears to be who it came from. For example, the signature block in the email may contain a legitimate user. However, the email sender and the address may have come from a fake account, such as a different domain, commercial emails such as Gmail or Yahoo, and etc. Next, invest in regular security awareness training for your employees. Educate them about BEC threats and how to recognize phishing and social engineering attacks. Simulated phishing attacks or exercises, they can help reinforce this training and identify areas for improvement. Establish strict verification protocols for financial transactions. Implement a callback verification process for any requests involving changes to payment details or large transfers. Always verify the authenticity of the request through a trusted communications channel. Use secondary channels of communications if possible. Incident response planning. Prepare for the worst by developing a comprehensive incident response plan. This plan should include procedures for containing the attack, assessing the damage, and notifying stakeholders. Regular drills and testing will ensure that your team is ready to respond quickly and effectively. Please take a look at my previous video on incident response preparation. So financial and transaction controls. Implement robust financial and transaction controls. This includes setting transaction limits, requiring multiple approvals for significant payments, and maintaining strong communication with your bank to flag suspicious activity. Monitoring and detection. Lastly, monitor your email accounts for unusual activity and use fraud detection tools to analyze transaction patterns. Early detection is key to preventing a successful BEC attack. All right, so in conclusion, business email compromise is a growing threat that requires constant vigilance and proactive measures. By implementing strong email security, regular training, and rigorous verification processes, your organization can significantly reduce the risk of falling victim to BEC. Don't wait till it's too late. Review your defenses and ensure your team is prepared to recognize and respond to these sophisticated attacks. So as always, stay vigilant and help spread awareness to protect against these cyber threats. Thanks for watching. If there's any cybersecurity topics that you'd like to see, please comment below, or you can send me an email at rgkelly@portzerocyber.com.